Welcome to a Thrumbles video review. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Alright, it is time to review another Prime. No, not Prime. No, not that one either. We already did you. That's better. We're taking a look at Transformers, Age of the Primes, Maximal Big Convoy. We're taking a look at that wonderful artwork. That is gorgeous color. He is awesome. He is a behemoth of a bot. This is absolutely freaking phenomenal. You have more of the primes on the side. You have, thing stuff, says Maximal Big Convoy upside down there. Big Convoy here. Let's get some size comparisons out of the way. Here is Leo Prime. Here is Maximal Optimus Primal. And here he is with, Mac Daddy Prime Measurement. They all look great. Absolutely all look wonderful. And I'm happy. Big Convoy here. Absolutely freaking awesome. A little bit of an asymmetrical going on. Yes, these are the same molds up here, but they're painted differently. However, these are two different molded arms. And you do have his little gun here, which is actually quite nice. He can hold it. Pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang, all that fun stuff. It definitely is Blush compatible. On my way. Take these. Take that post that's in his wrist down here. Put in these things, do the whole hook and attack, and I am not a fan of how tiny these Tonfa things are. It has two of them, one in each wrist, so I understand why it's small. And then down here on his thighs, he does have these hook units for his little missiles he had in the original G1 toy. Take this entire section and roll it all back and reveal a barrage of missiles located in his shoulder. That's not all. Bring these around. He does have his hip-mounted feet guns, although I did take a little paint to mine. Yes, they're Blush compatible, only in the center hole. The elephant in the room here is a massive piece of plastic. Bend that down, point it straight down. I feel like this is part of Rhinox's shtick. Bring these out. Then I think you can extend, yes you can, extend that. Bring this down, and then come back here, take this doohickey. Bring this back. Kind of angle that back a bit. Use the extra joints that he has. So you can take the tab. Ta-da! You have his BF. Good lord! You can rotate these and do whatever you want. You have a hinge and a ball joint, so you can do this. And I'm glad it includes a freaking kickstand. But you can get one of the blast effects to fit in there. Nothing of the large kind. Get rid of this. Let's get into articulation, because he does have a butterfly joint in the front, and there's a reason for it. Because if you open this up, he has the matrix. Bring his shoulders forward like so. You can light your darkest corners of your garage. Close it back up. You do have his Maximal Spark Crystal in the center, but it's just a gray circle, nothing fancy. You have a wonderful, wonderful head sculpt for Big Convoy here. His head does do a 360. Beautiful silver paint, white paint on the face. These are definitely in the palm plastic. They do move in and out. He has a full 360 on the shoulders. Just be mindful of the tusks. You have an up and down, not really much of a straightaway, so he can't full T-pose. Single mushroom peg on the bicep, slightly above 90 degrees on the elbow. He has wrist swivels, thingies that do move out of the way for move, straight out, and full toes up. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Backward that far until junk starts colliding with things. Forward that far. Backward that far, that is. Thigh swivel in two locations. This is a transformation rotation that's just below the knee, but the double mushroom is where your thigh swivel is. You do have ankle tilt, but not really up and down on the foot itself. We do have the ankle tilt for a pretty decent split. Big Convoy. Let's transform. I'm going to rotate his feet forward, bring up the hip skirts, rotate his feet forward. I am then going to open this up, take these little things out. Make sure that you're not rotating the thigh, but rotation at the knee. This way you have it something like this. Open up this and then shove the robot foot in there and close it back up. Open up the shin, shove the robot foot, close it up. Take the heel spur, fold that back into the elephant feet. Take the legs, now get the gist, sandwich it together. Then you're going to unpeg this peg that's right here. It's a pretty long peg considering. That goes into the side of the foot. Do that on both sides. Rotate this whole thing forward like so. And then do the same thing on the other side. And then there's going to be a tab right here that's going to go into a slot right there. Close his ears. And I want to say we rotate this. Then we're going to take this armature, rotate those up, bring them together. Have I mentioned that it's difficult to do this with a camera under your chin? We're going to take this section. There's a tab right by my fingernail and a port on the other side of my fingernail next to his head. You're going to take this arm and roll it back. The mammoth's head's up more. Bring this back till it thoops into place. Just make sure you've got the spot where the port and that is ready to go. Then you're going to take that tab, that slot, bring this forward. Do the same on the other side. Then we're going to take this whole assembly, bend it backwards with the arms kind of up. You have a slot and tab. This piece is going to go into that tab there, or that slot there. If you find one, it should find the other. Do that on both sides. Then what you're going to do is take this, bring this down. That tab is going to go into that slot there. Oops, you didn't see that. That slot, right by my thumbnail, is going to take that tab right here. I know there's a sea of chocolate and everything's getting lost. Do that again on the other side. Now this is where you can take the arms, drop them down onto the 5mm port and peg set up here. And there's a tab that's right here that's going to go into a notch right there. And then drop that in. Now, what we're going to do is there's a circular piece here. Circular shape cut out right there with the 5mm peg hole. You're going to take the missile piece, plug that in there, take that, plug this one onto the other side as well, and then you're going to take the gun. There's a 5mm port on either side, there or there, and you're going to drop Emmett's head all the way down. We're going to come over here to this big chunk of plastic again. In the handle, fold in the kickstand, fold the panel, collapse that, and leave a few things up in the air. Hold on. Hold on. This entire thing, the pole there, and just place it there. And then there's a tab and a slot connection right there. And then this little bit of a tab is going to go up and under. Then there's a tab here that's going to go into a slot there. And then a tab there that's going to go into a notch there. It's just a matter of dropping everything down like that. It clips all into one big swoop. Anyways, bring down his tusk. Straighten his tusks. Bring down his trunk. And fix his ears. And yes, there is this big space here. I am happy with him. Here we go with the lion compared to an elephant. You know what makes things even more grossly out of scale? A monkey thrown in there. Yes, it's not a monkey, it's a gorilla. But still, you could have the gorilla drunkenly on top of the lion, the elephant, because clearly I can't tell the difference between an elephant and a lion. Yes, I did it right. Love y'all, love your faces, and peace.